Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm gonna do this inspired look. I know prom is around the corner and everyone is finding a way to getting ideas from Pinterest, and that's what I did today. I actually got this idea from Pinterest, and I got 2 new palettes from Anastasia, and I've been dying to use them, so I wanted to play around with some makeup today. And I know prom is very expensive, and the least you want to do is pay someone to do your makeup, so why don't you just do your own? Hello. So yeah, this look is what I'm going to do today. So if you want to know how I got this look, just keep watching. So it's really important to prep your skin because we are going to be lasting all day out and we're going to be sweating up a storm. What's most important is to set your face. Very, very important. I can't stress this enough. You always want to set your face. So today we're going to start with the Urban Decay setting spray and we're going to end with the all night setting spray. So gonna grab my Forever Step 1 Equalizer and we are just going to place this in the T-zone area. So I did my brows off camera, but yes, I'm gonna start with my eyes first because usually I start with my face and then the eyes, I work my way up. But since it is prom, I just want to focus on the eyes first and then my face. I think it's a really good idea to start with the eyes because you're normally touching your face the whole entire time to get the precise edges and the crease marks and all that jazz. So I really think it's smart to start with the eyes if you're doing your own makeup. So yes, before I do all that, I'm just gonna put some chapstick on. So in honor of prom day, I'm gonna use my new Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. And then I'm also gonna mix in her self-made palette. So these are the only 2 palettes that I'm gonna use for today because I feel like the shadows in this palette are so gorgeous and they scream out prom to me. But I do like some shadows in this palette, like Pink Champagne, which prom I usually think of glitter, 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 glitter. So yes, we're just going to make everything glittery today. So let me just start working up with my palette. I'm gonna start right now with the Modern Renaissance palette. I love this so much. I got this last week and I've been playing around with it for about a week now. I've been using it every single day and I've been loving it so much. So if you haven't gotten your hands on it, go do so. So I'm going to take a brush just like this, which is a flat brush, and I'm just going to add Golden Orchard just to the lid itself. And off camera, I did put a primer on my lid. It's very important to put a primer on your eyeshadow so it doesn't move. You want this eyeshadow to stay on all night long, so you want to be sure you're really setting it, and that's why I'm putting this light shadow all over the lid because I just want the eyeshadows to move smoothly because the primer is still on there, so it'll be a little rough and patchy. So that's why I'm putting this light color on, and it's like the lightest shade of brown with cream. It's not so much, it kind of looks like my skin tone, so don't get all crazy. It doesn't have to be neat. It just has to be distributed all over the lid. For my prom like it was yesterday. I'm like, I'm getting old, guys. No. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in there with Burnt Orange. Burnt Orange is more of a yellow. I actually have this on my Z palette. It's funny because I've been dying to get Burnt Orange and finally I got my hands on it and now it's in the palette. Really, but I love it so much. I use this all the time. Burnt Orange is a orangey shade. Let me just show it to you. It's an orangey, it's a beautiful shade. So it literally is a burnt orange. And I think this will look very pretty on the crease. And it's very important that you keep your lines sharp. So you could take tape and put it on the sides, but I don't have tape. So, okay, so I have a cool trick for you. The little plastics that come with a palette, or usually in every other palette, it comes with a plastic over the shadows or anything you're having. I don't know. It comes over it. So I just cut a little piece of it and I just created a straight edge. So this is something cool if you don't have tape. At least you have a straight edge to work with. Or you can even use the little corner of the lash glue. You can use your beauty blender for a straight edge. But I really want a precise line, so that's why I'm using this. This is a cool tool, or you could even use like your foundation ones as well. So it's up to you and your preference. I'm gonna grab in that burnt orange and I'm just trying to put it in the crease and just lightly. This is gonna be our transition shade. See how it's so smart not to start with your face? Because look, your foundation would have got so messed up. So I'm gonna go back in with the palette, Venetian Red. Go in there with this brush. It's a fluffy brush. I'm gonna tap it again twice. Pink, and just go in the inner corner. So above the burnt orange. So this color, you wanna take your sweet time. And I'm just gonna stop in the inner, like the middle corner of the eye. I'm not gonna go all the way around. I'm just bringing the shadow right here, like right here. Use this little edge and you're gonna pick up that same pigment and just pat that in there in that inner corner because you want it to be very dark but very straight as well. You want it to really be in this inner corner up here. You don't want it to touch the lid itself. You want it to touch the upper top. And buff it out. So you're just adding and then you're diffusing, adding, diffusing. So take your time on this step because you don't want to mess up. You want to be sure when you're doing this little card plastic that you're putting the card in the same exact place. Again, it's always taking your time. You're not in a rush. This is why when you go to prom, you start very early. I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia dual brush that comes with the palette, and I'm gonna go in there with Primavera, which is a nice gold shade with pretty, I've been using this shade so much. It kind of reminds me of Champagne Pop. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but this shadow is so pretty. Go in with Primavera, and I'm just going to go with this little side right here, not the fluffy side, the blending side. So I'm just gonna pop this in the inner corner and as well, so let me take this little mirror. So I'm gonna pop this in the inner corner and right where we stopped the line of a burnt orange and that pink Venetian shade. So this is gonna make it pop with some champagnes. A cool trick that you could also do is take a setting spray and wet the brush like so. And then you could go in there with that same shade and it's gonna be more pigmented and come out more deeper, the shade. Wow. Like this did a huge, huge difference. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I love this palette. Say no more. Get your hands on it. I think it was like 45 bucks, which is like a steal because these shadows are amazing, amazing. Go in there with a nice clean brush and just clean it out a little bit. So I'm diffusing that burnt orange on the very top and just cleaning it up. I'm gonna go in there with that pink champagne and I'm also going to apply it to the inner corner as well. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, so now to the face. But before we put the face, I'm just gonna add the lashes. So I'm just gonna add a nice coat over the lash as well. So then I can just put my lashes on. Social lashes in Vixen, and this was actually in my favorites video for me. The lashes are put on, and now I'm gonna go in with my foundation. So since this is prom night, the most I can tell you guys is you wanna choose a foundation that's going to last all night. I can't stress this enough. And I'm gonna go with my infallible Pro Matte in the shade 107. This is a matte foundation, so it's gonna last all day and you could sweat. It's not gonna transfer any oils in your skin, so it's just gonna stay nice and matte and clean. So you wanna always choose something that's very matte. I'll go with something very dewy, and remember, you're gonna take pictures and you don't want something to look good in 1 minute and then 2 seconds later you're dancing and then you're gonna look very oily. I'm gonna choose something that's very matte and stable throughout the whole night. And again, if you are getting a tan for prom, you want to make sure you're getting the right foundation. You don't want your body to look darker than your face, or even when you take pictures, your face is whiter than your body. So you don't want to have that problem because these pictures you're going to have forever. So yeah. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to swipe off any excess off my face from the eyeshadows, and I'm just gonna grab my infallible and I'm just going to dab it all over the skin. Take a damp beauty blender and just blend this out. Gonna go in there with my concealer, and since it is prom again, I'm gonna use full coverage anti-aging waterproof concealer. Just realized that I wasn't recording. Thanks, Oliver, my dog. So what I did was contour my face, Anastasia palette in these 3 shades, and I just blended it with an angle brush. I also took my banana powder and just added it to the very bottom so I could get that defined contour line. So now what I did was I took my highlighting stick, and this is from Benefit. This was in my favorites video, and I'm just placing it on the very top of my cheekbone area. This will make your highlight stay on all night. So we're gonna add the highlight over it. Anastasia kit, and this is in the Sun Dipped. I just got this palette. I haven't used it yet. I take my Luxie 522 brush, and I'm gonna go in with Summer. And I just died and went to heaven. Oh my god. I'm gonna do a C formation. Oh my god. I just died and went to heaven. I love highlight, and I'm just going in a circle formation. You don't want it to be like a line, so you just want to make sure you're blending it. Cupid's bow. My chin area, you gotta get that chin. Just right here in that corner. And go in there with the line of my nose. And then the tear dot, the little dot on the tip of my nose. Oh my god, I love this palette. Oh my gosh, I go in with my Kylie Metal. So excited when I bought this online. The only thing, it doesn't come with a lip pencil, just set our face. The final look, and I'm really loving this cute makeup look. And yeah, I hope this inspired you to do your own makeup. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas of what else prom looks that you guys want me to do, please comment below. Just all I need is a poppin' dress and my hair pinned up, and I'm ready for prom. So yeah, I hope you guys like this tutorial. Make sure you give this a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I don't think I have anything else much to say, but I love you guys and thank you so much for watching.